The reason we need a dry paper towel is we do not want to get glue all over the table. What you are trying to do when you glue on the side pieces is you want them sticking out a little bit on each side. Eventually we will sand those so they're perfect. If you have it even, there's a problem later. So when you set these out, set them so when we put glue on the sides, you do not get it on the table. You should have 4 sticks in your folder. And they go here and here. When you glue, you want to glue on this section and on that section. This section, that section. So once they fit, glue. About that much glue, that much glue. Don't spread it out. To make this dry a little bit before you put it in the vise, you're going to put that on here and move this back and forth, and eventually it's going to stick, so you can't move it anymore. Just make it so it's a little bit sticking out on each side. Put it on, wiggle it just a little bit until it's a little tight, it doesn't move anymore, and it's going to dry better. Glue.
Freestyle.
A little bit. Glue. A little bit. Back and forth and back and forth and back and forth until it gets hard to move. So what we want to do when we glue this, we don't want to have any space right here. This stick needs to be flat against the dado. From side to side to side to side to side to side until it's hard to move. Then you're ready for the next step. You're going to put them together. Before you put them together, you might have some glue on the inside. This is where you need to grab a toothpick. On my desk, there is a big Altoid box. In that big Altoid box, there are some. With your toothpick, get any glue out from here. With your paper towel, get any glue that is on the side. This takes about 5 minutes to do this. The reason you don't have enough time is if you don't do this soon enough in the period, then they won't dry correctly. You'll put them in the vise like this on 2 pine strips, and on either side of the checkerboard you put those. So that goes in your vise like this.
Demonstrate that.
So this sticks up a little bit. So open it up wide enough. Then together, put it in with these. When you put it in, this sticks up a little bit of the wood so you can sand. What you're trying to do is sand off all the pencil marks and all the glue. So wipe it if any glue happens to get out. Then you want to sand for 5 minutes. In between sanding, if you get tired, you want to get the glue out from these corners. That's where the end pieces are going to go. If you have a big dried spot of glue there, it's hard to put the end pieces. So look and see if there's any glue there and get that out. And then sand a little more for 5 minutes. Then carefully take them out, flip them over, wipe any glue. If you use your own sandpaper, it's going to ruin it because glue on sandpaper ruins the sandpaper. That's why we use used sandpaper. Sand for 5 minutes, check the corners. Five minutes, flip. You keep turning and flipping and wiping and using the toothpick until the lights go off. When the lights go off, you can come over and look at it. It'll take it apart. If it looks like it needs more drying, he'll put it back in here and clean up your mess, but leave this in the vise.